Hello, what's up everyone? Mario here with a new guide, this time for Warframe, on how to farm fusion cores with maximum efficiency before update 17. I'm first off going to show you my build. We are using a Volt or Volt Prime, doesn't really matter. If you have Arcane Storm helmet, then you should equip it. With your build you are going maximum duration under the condition of maximum efficiency. And other than that, just some shield modes and rush to keep going as fast as we can. Take any primary weapon that is strong and has got some good synergy with Volt's electric shield. That means that it should have a high crit chance, because critical hits get doubled in damage when they are being shot through the electric shield. Any strong secondary doesn't really matter, and importantly the Tipedo as a melee weapon, because this one is the fastest for coptering, which will be removed in update 17, so use it while you still can. It's really effective. As companion I just suggest taking a carrier to suck in stuff, and yeah, any build element wise that is good against Corpus. Okay, so you want to set the matchmaking setting to solo. We don't need and want any teammates, they would just slow us down with this strategy. We're going to Neptune Triton, because it's currently the only high level excavation mission on planet. Also rewards from the high level survival reward pool, in which in rotation A there's a 25% chance to get a 5-pack of rare 5 cores. So we're going to farm for those. If you're not familiar with the rotations in any endless mission type, they are always drawn in the scheme AABC, and this applies to excavation as well. So you only have a chance to get fusion cores on the 1st, 2nd, 5th, 6th, 9th, 10 and so on excavator, and not the other two in between. So in this strategy we are going to try to just harvest the first 2 excavators and not bother with the other one. You can already see why we took the Tipedo, because speed both amplifies your movement speed and your attack speed, and being with your attack speed amplified means that you can copter even faster than you can already. So we can move about around the map really quickly, and we want to get to the spawning location of the first excavator as fast as we possibly can. I actually did a mistake there. Before I took a few seconds to pick up the first power core. You shouldn't do that, you should just run straight to the first spawning location and bother powering it up once you're there and it's activated and already running. You have enough time then. So with the current builds, the duration of the shields is about 57 seconds. So when on the first excavator there are 57 seconds left, I'm going to refresh the shields so that it's protected quite well, and I want to be in the next spawning location that is always in the same tile, and which one is the next just depends on which one was the first. They are always rotating through in a determinate way. It's always the same which one comes after which. So in this case it doesn't matter, because it's just 2 spawning locations on this tile, but when you're at a cliff, for example, there are 3, and is there another one with more than 2? Not even sure right now, but yeah, they are rotating through in always the same way. You can see this one is almost done. You should protect them from prod crewmen, the one that are melee, because they can still hurt the excavator by just going behind the shields. And now we're refreshing those shields and power it up. Okay, and now basically you're trying to get to the exit as fast as you can. Not leaving before the second one is completed, but in right the same moment or a few seconds after. So we are going to the exit now, leave the other one back there. And there's this nice mechanic that when we are far enough away from our excavator, then the enemies will be despawned and it doesn't calculate its damage behavior anymore properly. As you can see, Excavator B is now neither taking damage nor is it regenerating its shields, which is just perfect for us. We don't care about Excavator C, they can destroy this one because it wouldn't contain anything important. And as soon as we get the second reward, we immediately leave, and you can press spacebar when the countdown here appears to get back immediately. This only works in solo as well. So you can save another few seconds and then go repeat mission, regular mission, play now, and get in immediately again. So this is basically the setup. You don't any time if you can prevent that from happening. This is another spawn location, so we wait for when the direction appears where the first excavator will be, and then you get to the point as fast as you can. Come from here, it's always down there. Ah, I forgot this tile. Yeah, there are also more spawning locations. There are actually 4 in this tile, and which one will be the first is just determined by from which direction you enter the tile set. And then the other ones, the sequence in which the spawn locations are rotated through is always the same. And this one doesn't come too often, but I think the next one is up on the cliff, if I'm not mistaken. Or was it behind there? I'm not sure. We'll see. Oh, I actually need to refresh. I should refresh right now. So the first priority is always activating the excavators as soon as possible. Second priority is refreshing those electric shields to keep them protected and kill off the crewmen. Yeah, it's up there. And the third priority is powering them up, because usually you can still power them up a bit later, and it's not too bad if you lose a few seconds there. Well, yeah, it's just as bad, but you don't necessarily actually lose seconds if you fail to power it in time. In case of the first excavator, because the second excavator will determine how long it takes you until you can exit the mission. So it's not too bad in the first case. Now, we have this nasty bug that the other one up there isn't spawning properly. It will spawn eventually, but unfortunately right now it's taking a lot of time, more than average. But soon here will spawn the next excavator, so we'll just stand here and see whichever one spawns first. That's a bit annoying. We can kill some enemies, hope that maybe they drop a few common cores or something. Okay, now this one is spawned. So we'll just worry about this one and forget the other one. Put up some shields, power it up, and then go to exit. Don't bother defending the third excavator. Alright, it's powered. You don't have to worry that the duration on the last excavator that you power, the duration on the shields at the last excavator that you power is as long as the excavation time, because as soon as you're far enough away, then the enemies will despawn anyways, and you don't risk losing the excavator either way, no matter if there are still shields or not. So right now we're just moving towards the exit as fast as we can, and if we get there before the second one is completed, then we wait at the exit, and if not, then we just go through as soon as we can. You don't have to bother that losing an excavator messes up with your rotations. The rotations are only determined on each successful excavation. So when you lose one, that doesn't mean you lose a rotation A if that was the next, but it's just the excavation time basically that was lost. And the next successful excavation will always be the next in line of the rotations. So yeah, we're there. Be careful that you don't step into the exit before you actually get your second reward, but then exit as soon after as possible. Your chances in each run to get not a single core pack is 9 out of 16. Then there's a 6 out of 16 chance that you get 1 core pack and a 1 out of 16 chance to get 2 core packs. In other words, don't worry if you even 5 or 6 runs in a row without getting any cores in the process. That really doesn't matter. Either way, I'm usually not worrying about which rewards I actually get. I don't even pay attention to that at all. I just focus on completing the mission as fast as possible. That should be your main priority, because that's the only thing that you can actually influence. You cannot influence how many cores you get from the rotations. Just try to optimize with your playstyle how many rotations you complete per time invested. And yeah, that's what we're doing right here. So the field usually has a lot of spawns going on, which makes it sometimes stressful to protect the excavator from prod crewmen, but on the other hand easy to keep the excavator powered, because there will be a lot of power carriers obviously. Most struggling to keep the excavators powered in time is the cliff with the 3 spawn points where 2 are on top and 1 is down. But there's this tower in front of the cliff. In that tile set there are sometimes not enough spawns to keep it powered properly. Okay, we can already refresh those. And yeah, this one is probably the tile set with the strongest spawn rates from all the ones that can have excavator spawn points. Just keep it protected. You can see we have no energy problems at all. We don't need to use any energy restores because we are regenerating energy. We are getting energy from energy orbs by killing enemies. And oh, that's not good. Yeah, the prod crewing is a bit stressful. We have to see that we actually manage to power that one in time and go ahead. Just some proper shielding and then just checking if there are prod crewmen just around. Doesn't look like it, and then immediately leave. Now that's quite funny. I don't really bother about the stalker. I'm not really interested in fighting him. I just try to run. Maybe I'll kill him. I don't know yet. If he's annoying, I'll try to fight him. But oh no, lockdown. That's not good.
Breach complete. We're free to proceed.
Oh yeah, it's there. Can you stop banishing? That's like really annoying. Ready for you. Sissy. Okay, we can just exit. Don't bother with something like that. We're just here to farm fusion cores and you can't drop any. Yeah, you just go through that, rinse and repeat, and always try to do it as fast as you can. Technically you could use any frame that can protect an excavator in his own absence in solo, which means that's just Volt, Frost and Limbo. But out of these, Volt is the fastest to reach the extraction point. So it's the most time efficient to actually do it with Volt. Volt or Volt Prime doesn't matter. And yeah, show you the build and the strategy. And I used to farm a lot Triton with a full squad as something like Limbo or Mag Prime and kill enemies, stay there for a long time and then leave after rotation A, for example after 1800 cryotic, 1800 score or 2200. Those are all after rotation A, so it's not much less efficient than this, technically, as long as you don't wait before activating excavator. Once you have to wait before activating them, then you're just losing efficiency and yeah, I did that a long time, and it gave decent amounts of fusion cores, but using this method gives fusion cores a lot faster. Really a lot faster. From testing it, I can confirm that. It's possible to level a legendary mod in like 2 or 3 days if you keep farming not non-stop, but a long time every day. And yeah, it's quite tedious, yeah, because it's solo, so everything depends on you, and it's always the same. But it's the most efficient way to do so. So yeah, you decide. I hope you found this interesting and helpful, and yeah, enjoy your fusion core farming. Goodbye.